Hey everybody, this is our inaugural Sunday evening worship service, and like a dumb cough, this is Mother's Day evening, so uh, maybe not the best time to kick off a Sunday evening worship service, but nevertheless, I wanted to give some updates before people started getting in here and show you some of the progress that we've made. First of all, we've got all of the chairs, the glides replaced. They were really scratchy edges right there. You can see where that rust, I hope. We put some ABS plastic glides on here. Instead of the cap overs, we use some internal diameter sort of stopper type glides. And so there's our fellowship area in this retail space. And then Mike and Marty came and put some rods up and hung the drapes. And I'll give you the perspective from the front door of the sort of the communion table. We move over into the worship area during the celebration of the Lord's table, and then of course the seating area and the welcome center and the fellowship area. And that door straight ahead, the louvered door, is to the back to the restroom, and then there's another door down there that has a men's restroom. Anyway, we'll check the prospect from the street. That's my truck, Normal. I name my vehicles. It's kind of freaky, but yeah, there's the banner, and this is what it looks like. Kind of white, showing in all the metal bars and such. But we're going to put some backdrop there and some display items. The same as here. We've got our window decal with our service times, and I guess we need to get another one that's updated and put the evening service stuff on. But we have a small group at 4:30 right now, and then at 6:30 is our evening worship. And here's another display glass that we might put some gospel-centered material in. So we're on the corner of Rosser and Hill Avenue, and there's a light, and there's the Good Shepherd Anglican or Episcopal Church. And there's up to the main drag, Washington, which is really slow on Sunday. So we're coming back into the building just to show you what Bayou View might have the possibility of doing when they come. Some ladies, I'll have to get these measurements this evening, but around that valance, we're going to put some black or some matching backdrop. It doesn't have to be, it could be that greeny stuff, just something to hide the wall. And then build a chancel. I don't know if I can use that high church term in a rented retail space, but I don't want to say stage, but maybe I need to use that liberty. Okay, so we're going to build a stage over in that area to be sort of a semicircle, raised 4 to 6 inches to hide the snake. And no, that's not referencing Mark chapter 16. It's about the sound equipment going in that area and dropping a snake from that suspended ceiling that has all of the power connections to the soundboard, and then building the sound booth in between these two posts in the back of the worship area. And something we're not going to nail down. We're just going to sit it in there as furnishing and then run it up this post and run it along the ceiling up above the suspended ceiling and drop it back down there. Right now we're really portable with our sound equipment being to the stage right side over there, and just cables all over the place, so it gets kind of twisted for me going from the keyboards put up, but going from the keyboard to guitar to drums. And then Andy has his cord and spot, so it gets kind of difficult. But we do have wireless mics, and we're happy about that. So those are some of the prayer concerns, is that we would get a lot accomplished, that the staging area and the sound booth would be done, and then we'll worry about purchasing all that sound equipment. Oh, another thing. We also have determined, at least I'm leaning this way, however a church planner can be determined. There's no one here, I just like to look around. But anyway, this will eventually, I think, it's going to end up being the children's church area, or, where the children will come and be ministered to during the sermon time. So it'll be hopefully less than an hour that they're in here, and we'll get better lighting, fix some paneling. But we really need to soundproof this wall, really, 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 really bad. So I've got some understanding about how I want to at least attempt to soundproof it, take this paneling down without tearing it all up, just kind of remove it, and then take some styrofoam batting and put it in there, and then do that great stuff down the sides and seal it. And hopefully, I don't know what we can do about the door, but we could try to do some of that wall stuff. And also that door down there needs to be fixed. You can see it's kind of off the hinges. But anyway, my YouTube time is running short, so maybe I was upgraded to 15 minutes. Either way, we don't have to take any more of your time, but just look at this, pray for us. Those are some of the ministry needs. That construction crew is coming June the 30th through July the 1st. Chris King will be preaching that Sunday morning. I will be away shooting fireworks, sort of another tent making thing that I do. And I'll be on the Gulf Coast, and they leave the Gulf Coast to come up here. So be praying for Richard Glennie, and he'll kind of oversee ministry while I'm away, and be praying for this nearest mission team that's coming from West Frankfort, Illinois. They'll be coming to do an evangelistic outreach for Memorial Day weekend, and that's Pentecost weekend, and then they'll be headed back. So there'll be evangelistic outreach, a block party that Sunday afternoon. Just praying for us and me to get all this logistical stuff worked out with what city park we're going to do it in, and all the things that we need to do to provide them lodging as they come down here and help us reach the city with the gospel for the glory of God, for the good of the church, and for the sake of the nations.